It's time for another dessert. And what I'm doing today is I am taking my mom's classic cracker pie recipe and mixing it with a pumpkin pie recipe, because we're going to be making pumpkin cracker pie. This is actually a very simple recipe to make. We're going to dump everything into this bowl, mix it up, put it in a pie pan, bake it, take it out, let it cool, and then we're going to top it with a marshmallow whipped cream topping. First ingredient, 3 eggs. We're going to go ahead and just whisk these to break them down. This I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Just mix that in real quick. Next, 1 cup of sugar. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. If you want to make your own blend of pumpkin pie spice, go ahead, but this is just a pre-made pumpkin pie spice, 1 teaspoon. I'm going to mix this. Now comes 1½ cup of crushed crackers. These are just some saltine crackers that I put in a Ziploc bag, rolled them out with a rolling pin to crush them down. Because these already have some salt in them, we're not going to be adding salt to this recipe. Mix these together here. Now this is pretty much, except for the pumpkin pie spice and an extra egg, the basic recipe for my mom's cracker pie. But we're also going to be adding pumpkin here in a minute. And I'll put a link up in the corner to my mom's cracker pie recipe. Really good. And to this, we're going to add a 15-ounce can of a pumpkin puree. This is the ingredient you buy if you're making pumpkin pie. You also can sometimes get the pre-seasoned pumpkin, and you don't have to add anything else, but we're not using that. This is just the straight pumpkin puree. And we mix. 1 final ingredient, about 1/4 cup of walnuts. All right, that is looking good. Let's get it into our pie pan. So I'm using my cast iron pie pan today. It's slightly larger than just sort of one of those glass pie pans, but that's fine. And I'm just going to grease this up lightly with some butter. Now we're just going to fill our pie pan. Everybody scraped out into there. No stragglers. Just want to spread this out a little bit, try and get it even around this pie pan. Just want to shake it a bit. All right, this is ready to go into our oven, which is preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to bake it for ½ an hour. We'll test it, make sure it's done. Then it's going to come out and it's going to cool completely. And while it's doing that, we're going to make that marshmallow whipped cream topping. Now I'm just going to use my Thermopop instant read thermometer like a toothpick just to see how the center is here. Still pretty soft. All right, we're going to go another 15 minutes here. And that should get us pretty close. That is looking really good. Just check the center here. That is looking good. This type of pie, it's not a completely hard center. It's kind of like a pumpkin pie because we have that mixed with the cracker pie, but this is done, so let's get it out. All right, our pumpkin cracker pie is resting on a silicone trivet. I'm going to transfer it to a wire rack on the counter, and it is going to cool in this pan for at least 45 minutes. Then it is going to go in the refrigerator for about an hour to really chill down. And just before it is ready to come out is when we are going to make our marshmallow whipped cream topping. So I'll see you back here when this is all cooled down. All right, our pie has chilled down. It's out of the refrigerator now, just resting on the countertop. And we are going to make our marshmallow whipped cream topping for it. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and make your own whipped cream. I am going to be using an 8-ounce tub of Cool Whip or any sort of dairy topping that you want to use. I'm just going to get this into our bowl here. And this is totally an okay step for you to lick the spoons if you want to. I mean, if you're making it just for yourself. If you're making it for other people, have some standby spoons to taste. Now I'm going to add a 7-ounce container of marshmallow cream. To this, we're going to add 4 cups of brown sugar. No, we're not. There's enough sugar in here to, I don't know, kill an elephant. Just don't eat this all at once sitting yourself. And the marshmallow cream is sticky, so be prepared for that. And we're going to start mixing this all together. I guess if you wanted to, you could put this in a stand mixer or use a mixer, but really no need to. You're just sort of folding it all together here. We're just trying to break up that marshmallow cream, incorporate it into the whipped cream. All right, this is ready. Let's get our pie over here. So we are just going to start getting our topping on our pie. Once we have this covered nicely, it's going to go in the refrigerator for about half an hour. You could leave it in there for an hour or more, just to sort of let it firm up. If I had a smaller offset spatula, this would probably be easier, but I don't. I'm going to get as close to the edge as I can here with this. Probably enough topping for 2, 3, 8 pies, but that's all right. Now I'm going to top this off with some candied pecans because there's not enough sugar in here yet. It's funny, whenever I do a dessert video or a baking video, my barbecue audience doesn't necessarily get into that. But I figure if you're going to cook, might as well test yourself sometimes. Do things you're not used to doing. Plus, I mean, come on, it's dessert. So this is going to go in the refrigerator for 30 to 45 minutes. Really just help that topping adhere to the pie beneath it. And then we are going to bring it out and we are going to have a taste. All right, our pumpkin cracker pie is chilled down with that marshmallow whipped cream topping. Let's cut a slice. All right, let's see if we can get this out in one piece without it sticking. I want to put a little dusting of cinnamon on top here. This is exactly the way this should be. That cracker pie is very dense if you make it just on your own. The pumpkin lightens it up a bit. It's almost like a cakey consistency. And one other thing it is time to taste. Let's get in here. I'm going to use a spoon because I want to get everything here. Let's see. I love my mom's cracker pie. This might be better. I haven't even gotten to the candied pecans yet on top, but those walnuts inside are really nice, a little bit of crunch. Now let's get some of that candied pecan on here. Are the candied pecans necessary? No, but then neither is the marshmallow whipped cream topping. It's an indulgence and it is fantastic. So if, like me, you're not a baker but you want to expand your cooking horizons, this is the perfect thing to try. Super easy to make, but guaranteed to impress with anyone who looks at it or tastes it, because this is awesome. I am 110% happy with this.